Ernie Johnson is ready for Timothée Chalamet to play him in a biopic. Every sports fan has a "Where were you when the Dallas Mavericks traded Luka Doncic?" story. For inside the NBA host Ernie Johnson, he thought it was the 1 week during the basketball season when he was safe to take a vacation. No mitigating arguments between his co-hosts Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley. No racing Kenny Smith to the big board. No league-shaking trades that he hadn't already heard about around the studio. Just the sound of the waves on the beach and the feeling of sand between his toes. Here's the funny thing Johnson says. "This ought to be good. I went to bed around midnight and set my alarm to watch the sunrise," Johnson recalls. "So I've only got about a 6-hour window there before I wake up. Then the news struck in the middle of the night like an assassin. The Mavericks traded a 25-year-old generational talent in Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers. My neighbor is already up getting a cup of coffee in the morning, and he says, 'How about that Luka news?'" Johnson continues. "I go, 'Luka news,' and he says, 'Am I breaking news to you about the NBA?' I was stunned." Johnson is back from vacation, talking to me over Zoom, because he's hosting a full schedule of events for American Express this weekend at the 2025 NBA All-Star Game in San Francisco. The 68-year-old sports broadcaster has been the host of Inside the NBA on TNT since 1990. In this business, he's one of the best to ever do it. So who better to talk to about what feels like the wildest decision in the history of professional basketball? No, it was a stunner, Johnson confirms. For something that big to happen with nobody hearing a peep. No whispers. I was as stunned as everybody. Below, Johnson talks about this weekend's NBA All-Star Game, what makes Inside the NBA such a successful broadcast, and what he thinks about Timothée Chalamet wanting to play him in the actor's next biopic. Esquire, when you watch another sports broadcast, like the Super Bowl, can you enjoy it, or are you just noticing all the gears moving? Ernie Johnson, there are times when you might see something on a show, and you can tell there's something going on in the truck, because that wasn't supposed to happen. But I never watch to see if our show is better than their show or not. A lot of time, it's just fun to watch. Maybe say, man, that was a good idea. We should steal that.